In a quiet little village, nestled among rolling hills, the day began just as it always had. The air, crisp with the scent of wood smoke and morning dew, buzzed with activity. Farmers headed to their fields, their laughter echoing in the early sun. Merchants arranged their goods in the bustling market, and the owners of small roadside shops prepared for another day of trade. Life was a tapestry of hard work and simple joys. Everyone was busy. Everyone had a purpose except for one person. His name was Theo. Theo was a young man blessed with everything one could ask for: strength, a sharp mind, and the vibrant energy of youth. But he was missing the one ingredient that truly mattered: the will to work. He despised labor, preferring to spend his days lounging under a large oak tree, lost in elaborate daydreams of a life filled with riches he never earned. While others toiled, he watched, his hands never once getting dirty. His meals were a patchwork of pity, scraps of bread and leftover food offered by the kind-hearted villagers who could unbear to see him starve. One morning, a wave of excitement rippled through the village. A wealthy merchant, grateful for a bountiful harvest, announced he would be giving away fresh milk to the poor as a gesture of thanks to the heavens. As soon as the news reached Theo's ears, his usual lethargy vanished. He scrambled to his feet and ran to join the queue, his heart pounding with a rare sense of urgency. After a short wait, he was handed a small earthenware pot filled with fresh, creamy milk. Clutching his prize, Theo hurried back to his humble home. The small kitchen was quiet. His father had already left for the fields, but not before leaving behind a neat stack of firewood and 2 slices of bread on the table. Everything was ready for a simple breakfast. Theo lit the fire and gently heated the milk. He took a few sips, the warmth spreading through him, bringing a fleeting moment of pure happiness. Content, he placed the rest of the milk beside his bed and lay down. An ordinary person might have felt energized, ready to join their family in the fields. But not Theo. He closed his eyes and let his mind drift back into his favorite pastime: daydreaming. In the lazy afternoon haze, that small pot of milk began to transform. It wasn't just milk anymore. It was the cornerstone of a magnificent empire. Tomorrow, he mused, a smile playing on his lips, this milk will curdle and become cheese. I'll take that cheese to the market and sell it for a good price. His imagination took flight. With the money, I'll buy a plump hen. That hen will lay eggs. So many eggs. I'll let them hatch, and soon I'll have a whole flock of chickens. His fantasy grew more elaborate with each passing moment. I'll sell the chickens and buy a pair of fine cows. Those cows will give me milk, and I'll start the best dairy farm in the entire region. Everyone in the village will line up to buy my milk, and I'll become incredibly rich. In his mind's eye, he saw himself counting stacks of gold coins. I'll be so wealthy that I can marry a beautiful woman from a noble family. We'll build a grand house and have a son, a handsome, strong boy. But here, his dream took a strange turn. A frown creased his brow as he imagined his future son. And if my son ever dares to be lazy, if he just lies around all day doing nothing like I once did, well, I won't stand for it. I'll grab a stick and teach him a proper lesson. Lost in the heat of his imaginary discipline, Theo's body reacted as if it were real. He shot up from his bed, snatched a nearby stick, and swung it forcefully through the air, shouting, "Take that, you lazy boy!" Asterisk, crash. Asterisk, the sharp, sickening sound shattered his fantasy. The stick had connected not with an imaginary son, but with the very real pot of milk sitting by his bed. Theo froze, his eyes wide with disbelief. The earthenware pot lay in pieces on the floor, its precious contents spreading into a milky puddle, soaking into the dusty floorboards. His grand future, the cheese, the chickens, the cows, the noble wife, the gold doll washed away in an instant. He stared at the spreading white stain, speechless. The vibrant images of his imagined wealth vanished, replaced by the stark, silent emptiness of his small room. The only thing left was the cold, hard reality of his own foolishness. Quietly, mechanically, he cleaned up the mess. He lay back on his bed, but this time, there were no dreams. There was only a hollow ache. The next morning, the sun rose, the villagers went to work, and the world carried on. For Theo, nothing had changed. He was back to his old routine, wandering the village, his eyes scanning for a kind face, a charitable hand that might offer him a piece of bread. His life remained exactly the same, a stagnant pool of regret, even though a small but real opportunity had once rested right there, within his grasp. Theo's story of the spilled milk quickly became a local legend, but the villagers didn't mock him. Instead, they turned his folly into a powerful lesson for their children. "Don't be like Theo," they would say, pointing to the young man who still idled under the oak tree. "Don't just dream without doing. A dream is worthless if you just lie around waiting for it to happen." As the years went by, Theo grew older, but he remained poor and alone. Sometimes, as he watched the farmers returning from their fields, their faces tired but content, a flicker of deep regret would cross his eyes. He understood what he had lost. But regret alone changes nothing. Regret without action is just another kind of daydream. This simple story leaves us with a timeless truth. Our destiny is not written in the stars. It is shaped by our own two hands. Every dream, no matter how big or small, begins not with an illusion, but with a single concrete step. If you want to change your life, if you want to see your dreams become real, you have to start today. You have to get up, take action, and protect your own pot of milk before it spills. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more content that inspires you to take that first step. We'll see you in the next one.